And we are going. What is going on with everybody? It is your boy, very, very sleepy boy this morning. But I am here and I hope everybody's doing well. And I have a very special individual on the other line. I will let her introduce herself. Who do we have here today?
Hello, I'm India. I'm India Sardjoe from Holland, and I'm a dancer. So
How are you
here
doing?
I am.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling you that I'm an idiot. I thought that it was gonna be at 9 p.m. for me. This is at 9 a.m. for me. I was not
Yeah.
expecting to wake up this early, but I was excited to do this interview and I still am. So it got me up. Because
Okay.
if it was anybody else, I'd have been like, hey, we gonna do this another day.
Well, I appreciate it.
No, for sure. I kind of want to talk about how I even discovered you. So this was of course during the Olympics. Well, I wasn't even watching because I didn't know when the breaking was going to start. But I heard about it like a few days before that it was at the Olympics. I didn't even know until like a few days before it happened. So I was on Twitter and somebody posted like something about like breaking and I was like, "Oh, it's happening already?" I was like, "Let me watch it." So I caught the middle of it. It was like, or maybe like it's like 20 minutes in or something. So I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I went in thinking it was gonna be bad. I went in thinking like this is gonna be terrible. This is not gonna be good. No way this is like representative of what breaking is going to look like. And I don't know who the first person was who I saw who kind of impressed me, but I know the person who impressed me the most that day was definitely you. And
Thank you.
you blew my mind. Like you and I would say like Sissy, she's great. Um, the whole feel. It was very impressive, but you were the one that like stood out to me. So I told
Thank you.
myself that I was gonna go out my way to interview you because I feel like you need just like the spotlight. You were great. You're really, really good at what you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, for sure. And I think what threw me off was when I seen where you were from. I was like, they be dancing in the Netherlands. I was like, I didn't even know I didn't even know they did that. So to start this entire thing off, how big is like breaking in the Netherlands?
I would say well, it's a small country, but like the level in Holland is really high. So I would say like one of the best countries in the world. So it's pretty big in Holland, like the scene. And now also like just outside of the dance world, it's also getting bigger and bigger because it's a lot of in the media and on TV and stuff. So people who don't dance, yeah, will see it as well. But like in the dancing scene, it's really huge because the level is so high.
And when were you first, I guess, introduced to breaking?
I think I'm 18 now, so I think when I was 6 or 7, I saw it. Like I don't even know where, but I saw it, and I was really invested. And I was at the dance school where I was doing hip hop classes because of my sister. And at the same dance school, there were also breaking classes. And that's when I was like, okay, I want to do breaking classes instead of hip hop. So yeah, I started the breaking classes, and from then I just been dancing. So now for almost 11 years.
What is the difference between hip hop dancing and break dancing or breaking?
Well, breaking is like a part of hip hop, but hip hop, like how we call it, like it's more like stand up, I think. And breaking has also like the acrobatic gymnastic, how do you say? Yeah, vibe, and also like the footworks and the power moves. So it's also a dance, but also with more tricks and stuff. So I would say that's the difference.
Were your parents into like hip hop? Like what got you just even into that?
No, no, no. They both, like my parents both didn't were like in dancing or like hip hop, but my sister was doing hip hop classes. She was really like doing a lot of hip hop classes just when she was younger. So that's why I started it. But then I saw like, okay, breaking is more for me than hip hop at that moment.
So I was like doing research like on your background and tell me about that's this is my first time actually like hearing of this country. Is your dad like Indian and Surinamese? Am I saying that right?
No, he's Surinamese, like from Suriname.
Yes, sir. So I've never heard of Suriname before, so I was doing research.
No.
I've never heard of Suriname. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
I
met it.
hear a lot of people don't know Suriname, and like the now the standard like explanation is like, yeah, it's above Brazil.
Yeah.
So
I was like, that's interesting. So I'm looking at people. So like I think I was looking at an interview you did with like a with like a news station for like from like India, and they had like
yeah,
pictures of you and your father. And I started looking up pictures of like people from like Suriname. Is your how do I word? Is your father like Indian and like would he identify as like black?
like Hindustan, Hindu, like I don't know how to say it, but like well, let me explain. Like the people from India immigrated to Suriname, so it's like this, and Suriname was a colony of Holland, so that's like the connection. So I don't know if we identify as like black or something, but my father is just Surinamese, but like Hindi.
Got you, got you.
Yeah.
I say that because I seen him and I was like, my first thought was like, it's just like a black man. I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I started looking at the people from there, and I was like, so these are black. A lot of these are black people, and I see they had like a Afro Surinamese like population there. So I was just curious, like, was your father like
Yeah, like the
Afro?
background and the root is more from India.
Got you, got you.
Like, but really far, like in my family. But my grandparents are from Suriname, my grandparents, so it's like yeah, Suriname.
How many languages do you speak?
Only Dutch and English.
Got you. Are you
Yeah.
like so like in the Netherlands? Do you is it like does everybody know English? Is that like a thing?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like we speak Dutch, but we get teached early in the schools. We get teach like English, so almost everybody speaks English. Um, so that's really nice.
That's interesting. Like, cause so for example, like living in America, you really don't need to know any other language but
No,
English, you know? So that's
yeah,
it's super like certain like it definitely helps knowing something else. Definitely if you live like in a American place with like a big Hispanic population, it's nice to know
yeah,
English.
yeah,
So
yeah.
knowing English in the Netherlands, would you say that's like an advantage? Like do you feel like you know, kind of like you knowing two languages, like do you feel like that's like an advantage of your life? Like you know what I'm saying? Like going
Yeah,
to
of course. Also, with a lot of traveling, I will get like I learn a lot of like my English is not perfect. You can hear it, but like with a lot of traveling, I also yeah learn how to speak it better and better and more fluent. And yeah, I mean everyone in the break scene knows how to. Well, not everyone, but like a lot of people in the break scene knows how to speak English, so we can like always communicate, and that's also how you learn fast. That's how I learned the best. Like of course I learned the basics at school, but I learned the most like doing it and really speak to like people from other countries and stuff.
English sounds good. Sounds really good. So you
Thank you.
you speak it really good. But to the like Olympics, so like what was the process of you actually getting invited to the Olympics?
Well, I didn't get invited. I was qualified. Nobody gets a wild card or something. We all have to qualify. But yeah, it's been a pretty long process. I think the process it started in 2019, but I wasn't involved back then. I started like the Olympic journey in 2022, and I started with the World Championships, and you get points like with every event you get points. So I did one first. My first one was in South Korea. Um, then I went to Brazil. I went to Japan, and like all these events are called like WDSF events from the World Federation, and you get like points, like how far you come, and that will just all count up. I don't. I think that's the right word, but like just like this. And so that's one way to qualify, do the ranking. But I qualified to because well, there are also continental games like the Asian and the African, and I won the European games. So that's how I got qualified straight to the Olympics. And the other people, so like 5 or 6 people got qualified to the continental games, and the rest of the people got qualified to the OQS, is the Olympic qualifier series. It was in Budapest in Shanghai. It was like three 3 months before the Olympics. and the second one was 1 month before the Olympics, so pretty late. Mm, so like the ranking, what I told you about with Brazil and Japan, all these throughout the world, the top 40 of the ranking goes to the OQS,
Mm.
and 10 of the highest in the ranking of the OQS goes to the Olympics. So that's the longer process. So I'm really glad I took the short one. So
So like the fact that you took like kind of the short one, you're younger, everybody in the break scene seems like very nice. Like I've only
mhm.
talked to like a few people, but everybody just seems like very nice people. With that being said, do you feel like people may like kind of like look at you kind of like in a hating perspective because like, oh, she's young, she didn't really work for this. Do you ever feel that at all within the community?
No, not really. Not
Mm,
now. I feel like everyone's like really supportive. Like, um, I've always like danced and like traveled a lot, but since 2022, I've been traveling a lot, like through whole the world, and like I get more name of myself, and people get to know me more. So it's been a short time, but like I remember like coming up like on the top, like a lot of people were really supporting me, and I feel like they're always really supportive to like the new, yeah, the newcomers. Like even if you're a bit older but you're still like coming up and
mm.
get really high level, people really support you. So I don't feel like any hate, but sometimes people are like, okay, now I want other people to also come up and win, so maybe that, but I don't feel really, yeah, I mean there will always be like haters, but I don't really feel that much, or doesn't really influence or something.
You've been breaking since a child. You like since
Yeah.
you're a small child to now that you're 18. Um, did you feel any level compared to like breaking at like the qualifiers or just other events that weren't the Olympics? Did you feel any like different level of like pressure compared to the Olympics?
um I mean, I always feel a bit of pressure when I dance, like just not pressure, but more like nervous.
Yeah.
Like I always say, like it doesn't matter if it's just a small battle or like the biggest battle ever. Like for me, I'm always nervous. Um, but I would say like when I do a world championships, of course, I have a little bit of pressure, or a bit more nervous. So yeah, but I think it will all be like the same.
No, for sure. I know you're probably the happiest person because I realized this like maybe a couple days ago. Not only were you at the Olympics, but Olympics weren't that long ago. You don't even got your braces anymore. So you got the Olympics, you got your braces taken off. I know you
Yeah.
had to been super duper happy. When did you get your braces taken off?
When I think, oh, I don't know, but less than, oh, I think 2.5 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago. How long did
Yeah,
you do it for?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
I've never had braces. They seem ter
Okay.
they don't seem fun. They seem like a terrible thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was used to it. It's okay. For me, I don't really care, but I'm really happy that they are off. So, um, yeah, it was fine.
No, yeah, the Olympics, like I said, I feel like that was such a I think my worry was that it was just gonna be like a very bad representation because I didn't know anything about it going in, but I feel like it represented the art form as great as it could. I don't know if you would agree being in the culture, but I feel like it represented breaking as good as they could in the Olympics.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it was a really good opportunity for breaking, and yeah, we all really enjoyed it, like all the dancers, and I think the crowd who was there as well, like really enjoyed it. The crowd was so loud. So yeah, I think it was really nice, and it's unfortunate that it's not in LA in 28. But yeah, no, I really loved it.
I guess being a participant of the Olympics, did you go to any of the other events?
Like other sports.
Yeah, the other sports?
Yeah, yeah, I did. Like the first day we arrived, I went to 3 versus 3 basketball, and also the Dutch team won, so that was like huge. So that was so cool to witness. And I also went to the 400-meter hurdles
Mm.
to support one of the Dutch athletes, which was really cool. It was the semifinals, and at the same day there was also the 1500 meters men. So I also saw that, so that was really cool, and yeah, I loved it.
Do you play basketball?
No, I did not. No, I just watched.
Gotcha, no, I didn't know if you, like, played basketball, like, on your
Ah,
spare.
like this? No, no, no. It was more like the Dutch team. We knew the Dutch team was playing, so we
Got
were like, okay, we have to visit, and we could have. Yeah, we had the accreditation, so it was easy to go.
mm,
So
got
yeah,
you, got you, got you,
and it was the first day, so I wanted to taste like the Olympic vibe, So.
got you. So, like, okay, so outside of dancing, what do you do, like, in your free time?
Well, now I started to pick up some hobbies. Before, like, I didn't have so much time for hobbies, so I was more like chilling with friends and family, taking my rest and that kind of stuff. Now I try like other hobbies like boxing or tennis, which I really like. So I don't know. Now it's more exploring. Like, what do I like more outside of breaking? So yeah, but still just chilling with friends, resting, that kind of stuff.
That's interesting that, like, growing up, did you feel like you had no time to, like, know what you were interested in outside of breaking because you just didn't
Mm,
have the time?
well, I always did breaking, and I really liked it. I really loved it. So I didn't really had like any other desire to do something else or something. But now I really like I always like to do other sports. So I also played football, but just with friends. But now I'm like, okay, maybe I can do boxing. Like, it was just on my to-do list, and now I have more time. But I didn't really had like the desire back then, so it's different.
Do you feel like breaking helps in boxing because, like, the footwork aspect?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, I say boxing, but I only done 2 classes, so it's not that much. But I'm just exploring now, so yeah.
Since are you like are you into like TV or movies or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, I really like to watch series. Um, so yeah, just on Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff. But yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
What are you watching right now?
At the moment, The Rookie on Netflix.
I,
Yeah,
what is that about?
it's about like police officers, yeah, and cops and that kind of stuff. But I watch all kind of things. I also watch like The 100 and the Hunger Games and um, yeah, also like the OC. But that's an HBO. But I really like a lot of stuff.
What are you
Yeah.
watching on Disney Plus?
And
You said you're watching stuff on Disney Plus. Like, what are you watching on Disney?
Disney Plus, like Grey's Anatomy.
Got you, got you, got you, got
Yeah, yeah,
you, got you.
a lot.
I actually want to start watching the OC. I've been meaning to watch.
It's the best series. Like, I love it.
Really?
You should watch it. Yeah, it's the best.
I need to definitely watch the OC. Yeah, it's
Also, One Tree Hill is also really nice.
okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
that's like it's like people who are like, for example, somebody who's like a great basketball player. I just would assume that once they're done playing basketball for the day, they need something to like unplug and just like take their mind off of basketball.
Mhm.
So like what would be is like I don't know, is it TV or movie? Like what's the number one thing that you go to just like unplug from breaking just to be like this is my happy place. Like this is where I just know I could just
Yeah, so when I came home at a training, I would probably say like to watch a series or a movie. But I also really like to chill with my friends. So after training, I will just go to their house and chill and or be with family, with my cousin and with my sister. So probably those. But like watching a series is more easy because you don't have to like make an appointment or something. But I would say like these two, like watch a series or chill with my friends or family.
going home from Paris, were there like people you haven't talked to in years hitting you up like, "Oh my gosh, can't believe you're in the Olympics."
No, yeah, a bit, but just more like to wish me luck and be like, "Oh, you did so great" or something like just that. And yeah, I really appreciate it. So it's really nice to people to take time to send me a message. So yeah, but I get these messages. Yeah.
Would you say you feel like a celebrity back home?
No, no, not at all. Like no, like a lot more people like, "Oh, are you the breaker?" Or like, so I get people know me a bit more, but I'm not a celebrity, like, not at all.
Would you want that level of fame?
Well, it's not that I like need it or want it or something, but like if it suddenly happens, like it would be cool. But it's not like I'm striving to be at that level, you know. Like if it happens, and if not, then it's fine.
How does like the world ranking system work for breaking?
The real so
And
at this moment,
I would say, and real quick, are there multiple ranking systems or is there just one ranking system?
no, there's only one. Well, at this moment, I don't know what's going on, but before, what I told you about was like you do these WDSF events, like from the World Federation, and you do these events. Yeah, it's like these series. Like for example, I did in Brazil, I did it in Japan. Did I do more? Well, I don't know, but there were a few more that I didn't do because I was already qualified or I had school or something. So there were a few, and every time you like you dance, you get points. Um, yeah, that's basically how it works. But that only works for like the Olympics and for the WDSF events, but not for like the cultural events or stuff.
Where do
Yeah,
you rank right now?
I have no idea, honestly. I
Interesting.
really have no idea. No, I think for the Olympics I was ranked 16 from the 16B girls. So I don't know.
That was
I have
crazy to
no.
me. Because like I seen your rank because there were 16 girls in general, right?
Yeah.
So if there were 16, you were ranked like last. So I'm thinking like, oh, this girl has to be the worst because she's ranked
Yeah,
16.
yeah, a
Then
lot of people would think it. Yeah, of
you're my
course.
favorite. So I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? So like that was just interesting to me. But you don't know your ranking, right? Is that something you keep up with or
Well, like I was ranked 16 because I was like really early in the process. I was qualified. I was qualified in June 2023, and like all the other events, for example, in Hong Kong, there was also a WSF event, or in Porto, and I wasn't there. So you could collect points, but I didn't do it because uh, it was not so nice in my schedule.
yeah.
So I didn't do it, but I was already qualified. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, I'm in the Olympics. But I didn't know, like, I wasn't really conscious that I would be 16 because I didn't do so much events, so I didn't get so much points. And that's the reason why I was 16. But it's only logical that people would think I'm like super whack because I was ranked 16. But yeah,
I truly
yeah.
thought like this girl must suck. Like she's going to suck. But no,
Yeah, yeah.
it was
It's
the
just about the points and like how much time you have to go to the events and that kind of stuff. But
So
yeah.
you know how like in most sports, everybody goal is to be number one, like they're supposed to be like the number one team or the number one ranked
Yeah.
player or whatever. Is that your goal within breaking is to be like ranked the number one breaker?
No, like I really like to do the events. And my goal was like to do good in the events,
Mhm.
the one I did, and to be in Olympics. That was like the goal. The goal was not to be ranked number one. Like for example, if I was ranked number 16 and I won gold, like it didn't matter to me, you know? So yeah, no, the world ranking doesn't really matter, but I just like to do good on the events where I'm going.
Gotcha. What are the next events that you're gonna be at?
Actually next week in LA. It's called Undisputed and it's a one versus one. So I will do this one, and then the week after I will go to Unbreakable. That's in Belgium. It's also one versus one. So these are the two upcoming events.
You travel a lot.
Yeah.
You enjoy traveling?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Like I really love it, yeah.
That's cool. I guess also curious about this, which I feel like everybody has talked about to death or whatever. But like somebody being in the like field, like what were your like I guess like thoughts on like just more so like that the attention. Like, do you feel like how do I put this? Do you feel like more attention was put on like the ray gun situation than the actual competition? Or did you feel like it was good that that attention was like brought to you guys? Like, how did you feel about the attention about that whole situation?
Um Honestly, I'm not really involved with all this stuff. Like I see it coming through on my Instagram and like people on the media, but honestly, when I see something, I will just delete it, or I'm not really keeping up with this. Like for me, it was a great experience, Olympics, but I don't really want to be involved in like like this whole situation, good or bad. Like for me, um, yeah, I would just leave it and everyone can say anything about it. For me, I would just not say anything.
I will say I feel like you benefited from it. I didn't say you want to be a part of it, good or bad, but the good thing that came from you was like I was just looking up your. I remember when you were breaking or whatever. I searched your name like on Twitter to see what people were talking about, and I remember people were just like, "Man, like this girl needs to go viral." So I feel like people were actively trying to make you go viral as well because they were just like, this girl's crazy. Like, this girl's really good," you know. So I do think the push was definitely made because I've seen so many people post you that don't watch Breaking at all, just like, man, this girl
Yeah.
is really good or whatnot. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you
No,
went
I
viral as
felt
well.
a lot of support. Yeah, yeah. I really felt a lot of support before the Olympics, but also after. So for me, it was all good. Yeah.
No, 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 for sure, for sure. So the next event is in LA, and are you in the Netherlands right now?
Yes, I'm now at home. Yeah.
When are you planning to come to America? Like when are you planning to leave?
Next week I will leave on the 18th. On the 18th of yeah, it will be a short trip, but yeah, I'm really excited to go to LA. Yeah, it's the first time in LA, so I'm really excited.
One of the last things I do want to ask you, because we were just talking about traveling, what are foods that you can eat in America that you guys don't have over there?
Well, I know food, right?
Yeah, food.
Yeah, I know like the In and Out. We don't have it in Holland.
Mm.
So I'm really excited to go and visit that place. And besides, I don't know, like the fast food more, I think.
Yeah.
Like the popular fast food stuff we don't have. Rumble cookie, for example.
Mhm.
Um, but the rest, I don't really know. I think, yeah, I don't know.
Have you been to In-N-Out before?
No, never, no. In and
So
Out's only in LA, right?
that is, I think, only in LA.
Yeah, yeah, no, I've never been.
I've been to LA one time, and I'm not gonna lie. You might want to skip In-N-Out.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you where you need to go. You can still
Okay.
go to In-N-Out if you want to, but
Okay.
you need to go to Fat Burger.
Okay.
This is also a fast food, and I was going to eat Fat Burger one day, I was going to eat In-N-Out the next day to try it out. I did not go to In-N-Out because I was like, this is the greatest fast food restaurant I've ever had in my life. So if you want a great burger and great fries, I'm telling you, Fat Burger is the place
Okay.
to go.
I will keep it in my mind. Where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Ah, okay.
So me and Victor are from
Ah,
like almost like from similar. He's like from 2 hours
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and
yeah. And also logistics. She's also from Florida.
is she?
Yeah, yeah, she's from the USA and yeah, she lives in Miami, I think.
Got you in Miami. Okay, so yeah, the logistics and Victor are not too far away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I didn't know she was from Florida. She's good. She's really good.
Yeah, she is. She
She's
is.
really
Yeah.
good. But no, I appreciate you coming through. If there's any last words you want to say to the people watching, the floor is yours.
No, I'm all good. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
No, for sure. For everybody watching, I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I say what I mean. I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and you guys holler at your boy.